My favorite fall dessert is apple crisp. And so today I want to show you how I make apple crisp. So this recipe is gluten-free, sugar-free, and it's very healthy, made with all real food, whole ingredients, and I think you're gonna love it. So let's get started. It only takes a few minutes. Okay, so I hate doing dishes, so I got your back if you're like that too. All you need to make this is a knife. We're gonna use a half a cup, a teaspoon, and some kind of container that you can put in the oven to melt butter, and then a dish to put the apple crisp in. That's all you're gonna need. You're gonna need 5 to 6 apples, some almond flour, some oats, some cinnamon, a little bit of salt, some butter, and if you want to add honey, you can. If not, you don't need to add this and keep it sugar-free. And that's all you need. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a half a stick of butter and we're going to stick that in this glass container and we're going to stick it in the oven. We're going to set the oven to 350 degrees, and while that's warming up and melting the butter, we're going to make the rest of the apple crisp. All right, then we're going to take some butter, the rest of that butter stick, and we're just going to cover the bottom of the dish with the butter so nothing sticks. Okay, so while the butter is melting, we're gonna start cutting the apples. Now you can peel your apples if you want to, but I don't mind the skin on them, so I just leave them on. You're gonna cut them into thin slices like that. That's what you want them to look like. As thin as possible. The thinner they are, the quicker they will cook. You're gonna do that with about 5 to 6 apples. Okay, so once your apples are all sliced up, you're going to take your teaspoon. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We're going to sprinkle them on. Then we're just going to take a spoon and make sure they're evenly coated with the cinnamon. It smells so good already. Now, if you want it to be a little sweeter, you can add some honey. But you don't have to. It's still going to be really good without the honey. But if you want a little extra sweetness, you can drizzle on a little bit of honey. But you don't need very much. Now that the butter's all melted, we're going to take the oats and we're going to add 1 cup of oats to the butter. And then a half a cup of almond flour. And then just a pinch of salt. And then we're going to take our spoon and mix that all together so the butter soaks into the oats and the flour. And you want to do this kind of quickly so that the butter doesn't just soak into the bottom ingredients. Try and do it right away. And then I'll typically add another teaspoon of cinnamon to this mixture as well. And then once that's all been mixed together, you're just going to dump it on top. Spread it out. And that's it. I'm going to stick this in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. And that's how I make my apple crisp. It's super easy and so delicious. You can add this to yogurt. You can maybe put a scoop of ice cream with it if you'd like. But it's so good and it's so easy. As you could see, it only took me 10 minutes to put together. So let me know in the comments if you try it, because I would love to know if you're enjoying these recipes also. If you thought this recipe looked delicious, make sure you subscribe so you can get more healthy and delicious recipes like this one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!